So that? Yeah, that wasn't supposed to happen. But before we get there, let's take a step back because I didn't even plan to play this game for more than the first night. The plan was simple. Play Wuthering Waves at a later date after making an early account for the free rewards. I played Wuthering Waves at the launch and honestly, it was a giant mess. The game ran so poorly that I considered not playing it again. But because so many other people, in addition to myself, had issues, Kuro decided to double down on the intro rewards. What originated as 20 standard and 10 limited character roles literally doubled overnight. And they threw in a standard character selector for good measure, so I reconsidered. As of recording this right now, all new accounts should be able to get around 50 standard roles, 45 limited character banner roles, and 10 limited weapon banner roles. These numbers also include the freebies you get from the conversion shop, so your results may vary, but this is what I had recorded down. My time from doing 30 HSR rerolls taught me two things. Well, technically 3, but I'll get into the nested runs later. One is if you roll for a standard banner unit, use the beginner banner and not the standard banner. Learn that mistake. And 2, go for limited time units first. But because this game has a standard character selector ticket and a banner where you can choose another standard unit to guarantee, point 1 is moot for this game. So for me, the options were go for a limited character or don't reroll. I found that even if the limited banner units end up getting power crept, they tend to offer a unique gameplay experience that you won't be able to get anytime soon, especially once they're gone. And if a standard banner 5-star ends up being more fun, then that's what the select ticket and beginner's choice banner are for, but you can't do the reverse when they're gone. Now this is just my personal philosophy, every reroller has their own criteria, so go follow your heart. After testing most of the characters in the first days, I found that I liked Mtashed the most, so I knew that I wanted a team that utilized him. But all of the guides I saw said he works best with Jiyan, who I didn't have. Yet. So I buckled down, did what I call my nested reroll method where I have an account running on my phone and PC at the same time, and then I alternate playing one while the other is loading a cutscene. 2 failed 50-50s and 12 accounts later, I got him. I did find it funny that Kuro proceeded to add 5 more skip buttons to the tutorial after I finished it, but I digress. Runs before this took around 35 to 40 minutes depending on your loading times. The changes cut around 10 minutes for rerollers, so it was an amazing change overall. With Jiyan acquired, I finally got to start playing the game, and at this point I'm having fun exploring, discovering all of the new things Solaris 3 has to offer, because in my head, this was my main account. But everything changed when the Yinlin nation attacked. One day out of the blue, Kuro decides to make 1.0 end a week early and announces Yinlin will come out a week earlier than scheduled. Admittedly, I didn't think much of it at first, but upon further reflection I realized, how often do games like these do simultaneous banners at launch? That's more of a thing for a team building game, not these 3D open world games. How many chances will I ever get to obtain both limited banner units on a starting account in a 1.0 patch? So I decided to do it and continue where I left off. One account became 2, 2 became 4, and on my 26th account, I got both Yinlin and her signature weapon. I was really hyped because what are the odds, right? I remember sitting on it and asking other people if I should stop. After all, this is what I wanted, right? A double limited 5-star account. But despite others telling me what an incredible account it was, I knew deep down that I wanted Jiyan. After all, I had granted an account with him for the last 2 weeks, and I liked him. I couldn't leave my boy hanging after all that. So I kept going for a bit more, and this happens on account number 39. Okay, so I might not have had everything recorded, I apologize. After like 40 reroll attempts, you just say screw it and assume you're never getting anything good. Until you do. And so I got Jiyan and Yinlin in back-to-back 10 pulls. And that was it, the journey was over, I could finally rest. I was midway through another phone run when I finished rerolling on this account and closed the game immediately. I didn't want to have to deal with more of that phone freezing and lag spiking through the tutorial if I really didn't have to. But the next day I thought to myself, I'm halfway through a run, let's just finish it and tough it out. Get the trash pulls out of the way and then get to releveling Jiyan. But the RNG gods decided to mock me because somehow, some way, I got them both again, while not recording again. I don't think I can articulately describe how badly I wish I had all of this recorded because I couldn't believe it. It happened again. What are the odds of that? At least the servers record the data so I have proof, but man, this doesn't feel the same, I'll be honest. Next time I'm just recording everything, even the phone stuff, quality be damned. All in all, it took a really long time, and while it was extremely frustrating to have to do all of that through all the tech issues that are still around today, I still had a fun time doing it. The game is fun, and I'm the crazy person that enjoys the process of rerolling too. I tried my best to really not go in on it, but if you haven't tried the game yet, I would recommend you wait until Kuro fixes most of these tech issues in the next patch. At least I really hope they do. Or as Reddit said, you could play the gacha to get into the gacha game and see if your device can handle it. If you enjoy gambling, maybe you'll like rolling a 50-50 to see if you can even play the game without issues, or heck, at all. Would I recommend you reroll? For like over 95% of you I wouldn't, especially because we have a standard selector ticket and a beginner's choice banner. But if you get someone you really hate on your first account, then sure, you can keep going until you get someone that you don't hate. But the next patch is going to have 2 incredible looking units, and realistically most of your time will be spent using 3 characters anyway. If you can't get Yinlin, you're still going to end up getting someone awesome by playing enough. For the 0.1% of you like me, feel free to try re-rolling. I'm hoping the rewards carry over into the next patch though. As of right now, we're not sure. In the end, I had 42 accounts in total, and 2 of them were able to get both limited units, while 1 got Yinlin and her signature weapon. I'm not quite sure what the math is on those odds, so if a math expert wants to calculate that, please let me know, I'm curious. And just for fun, here's my notes from all the account data I collected. 2 accounts got, let's say, lost to time. 18 accounts got the beginner discount 5-star before the 50 pity, 18 accounts got a limited 5-star item, 15 of which were characters, and 4 of which were weapons. 8 of those accounts lost to 50-50 while 7 won them. The math might seem weird on that because of the Yinlin and Sig account overlapping. So that was my Wuthering Waves journey. I hope you guys enjoyed that story time. Until next time, I'm Sylph. Peace soup. Have a great one, folks. Maybe ZZZ next?